What is going on, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. Not CD collection part 4. I'm kind of taking a break from doing my CD collection for a little bit, but the video I am going to do today is a collection update. I got some DVDs and some Blu-rays to show y'all. I went to this awesome store that I've shown before, Super Mega Replay in Evansville, Indiana, which is roughly about 2 hours away from my home in Benton, Illinois. And, what was I going to say? I literally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, they're an awesome store. I'll put their link in the description. I've shown some of their stuff before. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can, check them out. Really awesome store. These were all, they had their sales. So they always have holiday sales going on. For Valentine's Day, it was buy 3 DVDs, get 6 for free. I got a decent amount of DVDs, but I also got a decent amount of Blu-rays. But I'm going to show you everything I got. And yeah, let's get started. First off, I want to show this mostly as a tribute, but I got the first 3 seasons of Dawson's Creek. I got the first season, the second season, and then third season. They didn't have all the seasons, they just had these, and I forgot to peel the, I peeled the stickers off everything else except for these and another TV show. But, I guess I'll do that as I'm talking. For those of you who don't know, James Vanderbeek, who played Dawson, he recently passed away at the young age of 48 from cancer. I believe it was some form of colon cancer, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. But he seemed like a really nice, like, genuine guy. Very funny. Very cocky, kind of, but in, like, a funny, nice way, not in, like, a jerk way. You know, it was just sad that he died so young. I mean, 48 is not old at all. You're not even at the halfway mark, you know, or whatever. You're not even half a century old, I guess, but that's just really upsetting. But yeah, Dawson's Creek is an amazing TV show. Good teen, like, coming of age drama. Yeah, really good. Folds out like this. There's, I don't know how many discs there are. I think there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 discs per and then yeah, they give you like the yeah, they give you like the plot summary kind of on each one, which is cool. But yeah, I would love to get the other seasons, but for now, I just got to deal with the first 3. Let me get these out of the way real quick. Next up, I mostly bought this for my mom because she loves this show, but I love the show too, and I will definitely watch these. But I got all 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy, seasons 1 through 5. I forgot to peel the sticker off the last 2 for some stupid reason, but I love the show. I didn't really watch it until I was older because I wasn't really allowed to. But and then even whenever I was allowed to, I kind of put it off for a few years because I was like, you know, don't got the time, doesn't sound interesting. But I finally caved in and watched it. I was missing out for a while because it is such a good show. For those of you who don't know, it's about a motorcycle gang called the Sons of Anarchy, and the main character, I'm sorry, and the main character, his name is Jax. His name is Jax, the main character. And he's kind of like the younger of the motorcycle group. And then there's other characters like Opie. And, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just having a brain fart here. But, it's 2 discs. Or no, it's 4 discs. Each one. It's also got one of my favorite, TV show theme songs. This Life. Riding through this world all alone. God takes your soul, you're on your own. But yeah, very good show. Like I said, mostly bought them for my mama. But I will definitely be watching them as well, in case she doesn't want them. But yeah, I got all 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. These were, I mean, they were used, like they're labeled used, but they're kind of filthy, so I might just need to clean off the cases a bit, because they definitely got some grime on them. Yeah, all 5 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. And next up, for the last of the TV shows, is, I spent, how much money did I spend on this? Good God, I spent, I don't know why, but I think it's because it's European, I believe. Or something like that. I spent so much money on these 2. I'm just going to take off the price tags, because I don't even want you guys seeing how much I paid for the both of these. But It's one of my all-time favorite comedy TV shows. Probably like in my top 10 comedy shows. Definitely in my top 50 favorite shows of all time in general. It's a very short TV show. Only had 29 episodes, and it ran from 2009 to 2013. And the TV show that I'm talking about is, of course, for those of you who didn't realize, Eastbound and Down. So the first 3 seasons come in this box set, and then I got the 4th season right here. Extremely funny show. For those of you who don't know, it stars Danny McBride as this former Major League ball player, Kenny Powers. And pretty much after he loses his fame, after he's not popular anymore, he goes back to like his old middle school and becomes a substitute PE teacher. But he ends up like meeting like his old high school fling and like an old classmate who becomes like his worshiper named Stevie, who's easily my favorite character. He's so fucking stupid, but it's so funny. But yeah, even though it's only 29 episodes, the entire show across 4 seasons, it is extremely funny. Like in the 2nd season, he's in Mexico playing for a Mexican ball team, and hooks up with a Mexican singer named Avita, or Anita, I can't remember her name now. But yeah, this is definitely a very funny TV show, Eastbound Down. I'll just say right now, I was ashamed to admit the price. For both of these, so for all 4 seasons, it was like $60. Yeah, don't tell anybody that. But it's one of my favorite shows, and I love it so much. One thing I like about having physical media is that, you know, you own it, you know? As even with streaming, you don't own it technically. You know, and even if you buy something, you know, or whatever on Amazon, they can easily take it away. You never know. That's why I like having physical media. And then sometimes that stuff that you liked on streaming gets taken away. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog, I don't think you can stream it anywhere. So I have it on DVD. I have the whole series on DVD, for example. So yeah, but yeah, nonetheless, Eastbound Down is an amazing TV show. Like I said, only 29 episodes. Super great though. Definitely check it out if you've never checked it out. Especially if you like kind of more like raunchy comedy, sports comedy kind of. Alright, now we're finally getting into the movies. I forgot to peel the stickers off most of these, so I apologize in advance for that. I'll do it as I go. But this is 5 film collection classic musicals. So it's a Blu-ray box set. It comes with 5 movies. It comes with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which is one of my all-time favorites. Probably like in my top 5 musical films. Sound of Music, probably also my top 5. Fiddler on the Roof is awesome. Amazing. Then you got West Side Story here. And then you got South Pacific. I couldn't read it backwards. All 5 of these movies are amazing. It was only $10, and they resurface all their discs, I believe, as well. Like, if you look at the discs, they're super clean. Like, a little bit smudged, maybe, but, like, super clean, though. But, yeah, yeah, for $10, definitely worth it, in my opinion. I might watch one of these tonight, actually, now that I think about it. But, yeah, definitely an awesome find. Okay, next up, we're going to get... no, I still got more Blu-rays. Never mind. I still got more Blu-rays. Next up, I have Avengers Endgame. This is really awesome. It's one of these, like, stupid Blu-rays that has, like, the fold thing. Like, it shuts perfectly fine. It's the multi-screen edition. It comes with... So, it comes with the Blu-ray bonus disc, and then it comes with the Blu-ray itself. Of course, Endgame is awesome. Awesome movie. But yeah, Avengers Endgame. Then I got Roadhouse, the OG Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze looking sexy, of course. Sorry, that's actually Julian from Trailer Park Boys. Comment if you get that reference. For all my Trailer Park Boys fans. But jokes aside, this is a really good movie, really good action movie. I just love Patrick Swayze kicking ass. It's just entertaining. Really good late 80s movie. Sam Elliott's also in it. So yeah, definitely check this movie out if you never have. Another sticker. Oh, I just hate whenever they don't come off that great. Next up is Spy with Melissa McCarthy and Rose Byrne and Jason Statham. easily one of the funniest movies of like the last 20 years, in my opinion. This movie is extremely hilarious. Just, I don't know, it's a very goofy movie. And the action's really good too. So yeah, if you've never watched Spy, definitely check out Spy. It's awesome. Next up is, gotta get the sticker off. Next up is Avengers Age of Ultron. Got this as well. You know what? This only has the Blu-ray. It's supposed to come with 2 discs, I believe. And they're missing one. Wah wah. I'm just kidding. It only cost me like $5.99, so I'm not mad. And it's a pretty decent movie. Next up is a pretty underrated movie. Some of you have probably seen it, but it's one of my favorite family movies of all time. It's a really heartwarming, like feel-good movie. And it's Parental Guidance with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler. It's what it's about these grandparents who are helping to like kind of babysit their grandkids while the parents are kind of having some troubles. They're babysitting. It says right here, old school grandparents Artie and Diane, played by Billy Crystal and Bette Midler, get more than they bargained for when they get stuck babysitting their type A daughters' overprotected kids. So yeah, it's pretty much like these kids are very, I guess you could say, woke, I guess, whatever, and the grandparents are kind of old school. But it's a very heartwarming, very sweet movie. The ending is really cool where so he's a baseball like announcer, and in the end of the movie, the grandson, the oldest grandson, he does like a baseball announcer voice for his grandpa, and that moment's really sweet, and I love it. So yeah, if you love really good family movies that are like very heartwarming, very sweet, definitely check out Parental Guidance. Next up is the complete opposite. This is not for kids, and this is not for the family. Kids, don't watch this, or kids, don't be watching this at all. Okay, I'll admit, I watched this movie whenever I was like 8, which I should not have, trust me. But it's The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. This movie is ridiculous and stupid, but it's extremely funny. It's very raunchy, very nasty. Literally in the beginning of the movie, like the first 10 minutes, he accidentally calls a family saying, I want to eat like Shayna's pussy or whatever. You know, we should lick each other's buttholes in the bathroom of a Denny's, like nasty stuff. But very funny movie, very funny political comedy. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about any more of it. You guys just got to watch it, please. Next up is one of my all-time favorite movies. And one of the most popular movies of all time, but it's The Wizard of Oz. Got it on Blu-ray. This movie is amazing. This is like, I mean, some people say it's overrated. I disagree. I think it's perfectly rated because all the praise that it's gotten since it came out in 1939, God, that's like almost 90 years, now that I think about it. All the praise it's gotten over the years is well-deserved. This movie's darn near perfect. Like, it's literally like 9.5 out of 10 for me. It's just such a good movie. Music's great. The Technicolor advancements are great. It was like one of the first films to use Technicolor, I believe. Just such a good movie. Definitely, you guys have seen Wizard of Oz, but if you're weird and haven't seen Wizard of Oz, please be unweird and watch it. I'm just kidding. You're beautiful either way. Next up is a prequel to Wizard of Oz in a way. Not Wicked, but Oz the Great and the Powerful. This is actually a pretty underrated movie in my opinion. Like, if I'm going to be honest, this is pretty underrated. A lot of people don't like this movie for some reason, but I think it's well. The acting is good. The special effects are good. The plot is pretty decent. Then again, it is directed by Sam Raimi, so that's pretty awesome. It's got a great cast. Like, honestly, this is a solid movie, to be honest. Like, definitely check it out if you've never checked out Oz the Great and Powerful. It's pretty much just an origin story of the Wizard of Oz. Like the actual wizard, I guess. But, yeah, very good movie. Definitely check it out. I'm going through this a lot quicker than I am CDs. Next up is a movie by John Singleton's first movie, Boys in the Hood. This movie is amazing. It's got Ice Cube and Cuba Gooding Jr., Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne. A lot of good people in this movie. Of course, it's named after the Eazy-E song, Boys in the Hood. I love that song. But yeah, this is a very good hood coming of age drama movie. Definitely check it out. It's a very good movie. Next up is actually a pretty decent horror movie from the mid 2010s. It's got Karen Gillan, who's most known for playing Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's Oculus. This is actually a pretty decently creepy movie. What it is it's directed by Mike Flanagan, by the way, too. Who directed like Hush and Doctor Sleep and Gerald's Game and other stuff like that. But the plot of this movie is it's a pair of siblings. It's a sister. It's like a wealthy like sister, and then her brother who was like in a mental asylum for a while, and pretty much they're trying to discover what happened to their parents, and they believe it was because of this mirror. It's not made that clear, but the mirror, it's not possessed by like a demon. It's just like a mirror that casts like hallucinations, can change people's minds. It's more of just like a supernatural mirror, but it's not like a demon possessing it. I'm sorry if that like seems wonky, but it is a really well made movie. There's flashback moments. Like half the movie is like flashbacks to their childhood showing what happened. Very good movie though. Definitely check this out. It's actually pretty good. There's a lot of spooky moments too. Next up is Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. This is heavy actually. I think it comes with, yeah, so it comes with the Blu-ray, it comes with a DVD, and then it comes with a digital copy, like that you can download on your computer. Yeah, it's heavy. This is only like $2 that Super Mega Replay. But yeah, I love the Night at the Museum trilogy, and this one is easily my favorite one. I love this one. I've always loved Hank Azaria as Akhman-Ra, and especially Amelia Earhart, or Amy Adams as Amelia Earhart, and then of course Ben Stiller's great as Larry Daly, and then of course everybody else, Robin Williams and Owen Wilson, Steve Coogan, and then in this movie you also get John Bernthal as Al Capone, and Jonas Brothers are like some cherubums. So yeah, it's a pretty good movie. Definitely check it out. It's a very fun movie. Okay, now I'm on to the DVDs. The first one of the DVDs is actually, it was in the dollar section, and it's got these stupid connectors on them like this. Honestly, I just break them off. Because look at this. Okay, now I broke them off. But look. The DVD shuts fine. Like, come on, dude. But this is Ray, with Jamie Foxx. This is one of my favorite biography movies of all time. Jamie Foxx plays Ray Charles, who was of course known for being like, you know, people talk about Stevie Wonder being like being like an amazing blind musician, which he is. You know, Ray Charles was the OG before Stevie Wonder. But this movie is very good. I love this movie. Jamie Foxx, like, he looks so much like Ray Charles. Like, he almost looks like he's not even Jamie Foxx, if you know what I mean. Next up is going to be Pitch Perfect. I love the first Pitch Perfect movie. Not a big fan of 2 and 3 though. But this movie's actually really good though, Pitch Perfect. I'm a musical guy. And sometimes I'll just go to myself, I'll be like, zum 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 zum. And I'll just be like, since you've been gone. I'm goofy. Makes me sound gay, but I'm not. Totally opposite is gonna be Ninja Assassin. I remember watching this movie whenever I was younger. It's a good like action movie. Yeah, it's from it's from the creators of The Matrix and V for Vendetta. Oh yeah, Rain is in this movie. Yeah, Rain. The dude who played Rain is in this movie. He's a Korean. He's a K-pop artist. But I mostly know him from Speed Racer. He was Teijo Togakan from Speed Racer. I haven't seen this movie in years. I just bought it because I remember seeing it as a kid, but not remembering much. So I might have to rewatch this. Ninja Assassin. Next up is one of my all-time favorite movies. Some of my favorite movies. If I had to say like my favorite horror movie genres, horror is probably my number one. Then I'd probably say sci-fi, and then crime. I love crime movies, especially gangster movies. This movie is kind of a gangster movie, but it's a Western crime movie, but it's No Country for Old Men. Easily one of my favorite performances in any movie is Javier Bardem as Anton. I can't pronounce his last name, Sharkov or whatever. But actually, you know what? They say that the most realistic depiction of a psychopath in any movie is actually Javier Bardem as Anton. They say he's the most realistic depiction of a psychopath. Just cold-blooded, heartless, completely calm about stuff he does. But yeah, very good movie. Definitely check it out. Also, you got Tommy Lee Jones and Josh Brolin thrown into the mix. So yeah, definitely check it out. And it's a Coen Brothers movie. They did Fargo and Oh Brother Where Art Thou. So definitely check them out too. Those movies. Next up are 2 movies from my childhood that I still love to this day, and that I'll probably watch after this, actually, now that I think about it. But I got National Treasure 1 and 2, Book of Secrets. I love these movies. I've always loved, like, adventure movies and fantasy movies. Well, these aren't fantasy, really, but you know what I mean. Like, I've always loved movies like that, like Indiana Jones or anything adventure, Goonies, something like that. Next up is one of my other all-time favorite movies, mostly because I'm a musical guy, but it's Moulin Rouge. Some people don't like this movie because it's a little fast-paced, a little chaotic, a little weird. Maybe it's just because I'm autistic, but I love that shit. I eat that shit up. Whenever it's like fast editing and stuff, it's not like fast editing like on YouTube where it's like, you know, throw this in your face, throw this in your face. This is just very artsy kind of fast, you know. It's like, you know, the camera never stays in one shot for like more than 5 seconds. And I know some people don't like that, but I love the craziness, especially during the opening, like in like the first like 20 minutes or whatever. Like whenever they go to the Moulin Rouge, and it's just dancing and singing and just crazy colors and crazy editing. That whole song, which is not on the soundtrack, the This Is My Soul Sisters, that song is on the soundtrack, but not the movie version where Harold Zidler sings. That's one of my dream roles to play in a musical is Harold Zidler, the owner of the Moulin Rouge. He's a very snazzy, kind of sleazy, chubby fat guy, but he's not a villain. That's the thing. He's not a villain. He's just he has some questionable morals, but he's not a villain. He's actually a good guy. But he's very entertaining though. And it took me years to realize that the dude who played him in the movie, I forget his name, was also Professor Slughorn from Harry Potter. I was like, he doesn't even look the same. I know it's makeup and facial hair, but I didn't even know it was him. But yeah, this movie's really good. One of my favorite duos in any movie, Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman as Kristen and Satine. Very good movie. I love Moulin Rouge. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I love it. Next up is honestly probably one of Matthew McConaughey's best movies, aside from Dallas Buyers Club, and that's Mud. If you guys never seen this, pretty much it's also got Reese Witherspoon, but pretty much Mud. It's about these 2 boys, these like 2 teenage boys, who they find like a outlaw, kind of like running from the law, dude named Mud. That's like his nickname, and he's just pretty much just like an outlaw. He's living on a boat. It's also got Sam Shepard in it. Yeah, it's a very good movie. Definitely check out Mud. Next up is also another really good, wholesome family movie that's like just sweet and heartwarming. But We Bought a Zoo. This is a movie with Matt Damon. I think it was from like 2011. Yeah, this is a really good movie based on a true story as well. Such a good movie. Definitely check it out if you love heartwarming, feel-good family movies. I do like family movies a lot, especially because I got nieces now, you know, and I've babysat them. I've watched family movies with them. So yeah. Next up is a really underrated movie. So it's 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams. And, you know, Robin Williams is mostly known for comedy. Did a little bit of drama. But this is like a psychological thriller movie that he did where he's kind of the sympathetic villain, I guess you can call him, because even though he's kind of the villain of the story, you feel sympathy for him. Pretty much, he is a photo developer at at one of those photo marts or whatever, like in like a Walmart. It's not a Walmart, it's like has a different name. But he's a photo developer, but he becomes obsessed with this one family who's like been bringing in their photos for years. And he's like he's a loner kind of what do they call not an incel, but he's not like really, he's not after like the wife or whatever. He just wants to be part of like the perfect family because he didn't have a good family. Like he's not after like the wife or whatever. But so pretty much he's just a creep kind of. He keeps like, he makes extra copies of all their photos. And then near the end of the movie, you know, he gets fired from his job, which he's loved, and then he goes on a rampage. He finds out the husband's actually cheating, so his vision of like a perfect family is like shattered, and he goes and confronts the husband at like gunpoint, and then he gets arrested. But you never really know if he actually did it or if it was just like in his head. So yeah, it's a very good psychological thriller movie with Robin Williams. A very off-type performance, very different against type, but in a good way. Like it actually works. Oh. Next up, I got The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Honestly, the Andrew Garfield duology is actually pretty underrated in my opinion. He's probably, honestly, like emotionally and acting-wise, he's probably the best. Like I said, acting-wise, probably the best Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but, I mean, gotta give it to my boy Toby. I mean, come on, those are classic. But yeah, definitely two really good movies. Love them. Next up, I have The Queen with Helen Mirren playing Queen Elizabeth. It's also got those stupid freaking... It's also got those stupid holders in them. I hate these things so much. But this is actually a pretty good movie. She even won an Oscar for Best Actress. But yeah, definitely a very good movie. It's got a good bit of humor to it. Really good drama, really good humor. Yeah, definitely check out The Queen if you haven't. Next up is another musical. I love my musical movies, and this is like another one of my all-time favorite musical movies. So this is Rock of Ages, but this is the R-rated extended edition. If you don't believe me, there you go, R-rated. The regular PG, there's the regular theatrical version, which is PG-13. This version is R-rated because of one extra scene that they included in the movie, which is, it's a lap dance scene with Stacy Jackson, with Stacy and Sherry, to Rock You Like a Hurricane. I believe that's why it's R-rated. Yeah, it says some sexual content. Yeah, that's why. But I definitely like the extended version, definitely more. But it's a very good, you know, it got mixed reviews when it came out. I think it's a solid movie though. I mean, you know, everybody in the movie can sing. It's not like nobody can sing in the movie. It's especially Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise kills it whenever he sings Wanted, Dead or Alive and Pour Some Sugar on Me. Yeah, definitely awesome. And a great cast too. Next up is Primal Fear, the Hard Evidence Edition. This is a movie from 1996, I believe. And yeah, it's got Edward Norton in it, who actually won an Oscar. Richard Gere. Yeah, definitely a really good movie. Frances McDormand. Definitely check this movie out. Again, Edward Norton won a Oscar for this movie, actually. He was young, too. I forget how young he was. Next up is the Men in Black trilogy. Funnily enough, I actually was about to buy all 3 Men in Black movies, like, separately, because I saw them. But then I saw this, and I was like, this is only $2. I'm just going to buy this. So yeah, it's Men in Black 1, 2, and 3. Those are the only 3 that matter. I don't give a shit about that reboot they did with Chris Hemsworth. The first one is definitely my favorite. And then the third one is probably my second favorite. And then the third one, or the second one, is probably my least favorite of the 3. But all 3 of them are still really solid. Definitely worth $2. Next up is The Purge Election Year. The Purge movies are interesting because I think they get better as they go on. You know, like the first movie is usually considered the worst Purge movie. I kind of agree in a way, even though it's really not that bad. But I think they definitely got a little bit better as they went on. But yeah, this is a pretty decent movie. And then to end off this video, I have Priest. It's got Paul Bettany right there, aka Vision. I've only seen it once before, but pretty much it's this, yeah, a savage war between man and vampire has raged for centuries. A warrior priest, Paul Bettany, receives Word of Flesh Attacks. So pretty much, he's a priest vampire hunter, essentially. Again, I've only seen it once before, but I remember it being kind of cool. So I'll definitely watch this later, maybe. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this collection update. I promise I will get part 4 of my CD collection out to you soon. I just wanted to take a break from it. Just for a little bit, just so you know, y'all can take a break from it as well. But yeah, I'll definitely get that out to you probably next week. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you like, smash the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.